In the not too distant future, when we are more sane, when we've thrown out everything Republican, because you've all gotten it, about how lowlife and criminal and, fascist, racist are the Republicans, and you throw them all out finally, and you throw out all this legislation crap they've done to try and control you and keep you from voting and poison and pollute you, all for their buddies who are the corporations who are paying for Republicans to keep poisoning and polluting and destroying you. Well, when all that's finally done and you got rid of them, we're going to have a whole new attitude about a lot of things. And one, as an example, was today. Today was 420. Remember, that should be the new national and international holiday festival. It's way more than just the fact of the legalization of cannabis marijuana across the country. It's bigger than that. It's way bigger than that. It's getting rid of the policy of prohibition itself. That's the key. That's the key. When you get rid of this ignorance that has been for years, lies, deceit, intentional fraud, that has been the policy of prohibition. When you get rid of that, folks, you're getting rid of a big part of the rationale for harassment, police state terrorism, destruction of your rights, repression, and repression generated because of religious wacko, right-wing, not Christian wacko moralism of repression. You're getting rid of all that when you do that. Finally. And 420 rightfully can be a national holiday to say, we've awoken. We got away from all that crap. That stupidity. We've left the dark behind. We've come into the light. And here in the northern hemisphere, you can say you've come into springtime out of winter as well. You've come into warmth of wisdom, intelligence, clarity of wisdom. So today on this 420 day, all the best. I hope you're happy, that it's beneficial for you, that you have some good health, that you have good sex in your life, that you feel contented. And you know, just to make sure, you know you are correct, that the whole policy of prohibition has to go. So that you finally not only get rid of the prohibition on cannabis marijuana, you get rid of the policy of prohibition, which now includes also the prohibition on prostitution. And you throw out all that crap. Then you've done it right. You've got legalized alcohol. You got legalized gambling. You pulled the rug out of both of those too. Now you pull the rug out again on prostitution and make it legalized. Get rid of the criminals. You run the business. Sanitation, health care, all the positive things that will happen when you get rid of, the gangsters that are living off of it because they got the policy of prohibition. And the legalization of drugs. You have to run the business, not criminal enterprises. You already got, people say, oh, then you're just going to have drugs, he's going to have these drug addicts running around. Folks, you already do. They already do. They're the tobacco smokers. They're a bunch of drug addicts. When you see them sitting outside of a building puffing away, they're doing that because, they got to satisfy that urge, that addiction to nicotine. You already have functioning drug addicts already, and you see, society keeps going. They hold a job, they do the thing, they can get legal access to it, and on we keep going. You already have an established market of some pretty good size right now of drug usage. Illegal, what is now called illegal drug usage. You already got the market in place. It's just run by criminals. Criminals and government criminality as well, as we saw with Reagan, Bush running cocaine for their Iran-Contra scam. As we saw with the CIA running drugs, hard drugs, heroin, everything as well for years. Not just the mafias. So it's already in place. And see, society is still functioning. It's going to function better because you run the market with legal oversight and control. Age access issues and all that worked out. You pulled the rug out from the criminal enterprise. And you've expanded the educational aspect of it. So you're always telling, the kids growing up learn specifically, okay, look, you get to this age, you are going to have access to all these varieties of intoxicants. You got to know about them. And you got to know your responsibility to all the rest of society for you having access like this. So your personal responsibility goes way up. You have to be more insightful, more aware, more intelligent. That comes along with it. And that's good for you. It's good for all of us. Good for society. So like I said, 420, national holiday. It's worthy of note. It's much bigger than just getting legal access to smoke pot, folks. It's a huge change in recognizing and advancing to your intelligence, your 21st century wisdom intelligence. Happy 420.